Today in the Soap Thing project, I'm going to give you my final thoughts, my final word on the Parker SoloEdge. This razor has been in my den for long enough. I have given it a fair shake both on and off camera, and I am ready to give you my final impression of this very affordable razor right here, Parker SoloEdge. Let's talk about it for a minute. So this is a combination of brass and plated zinc. I think the handle is mostly brass. The head is plated zinc alloy. Let's unscrew it. The razor unscrews like this. You just hold the top and then the top cap comes off. So you just hold the top cap and the base plate together and unscrew the handle and the top comes off. Now, the razor head, the base plate, is actually captured. So it's not going to come off from the handle. And so from these grooves right here, from where the grooves end, the rest of the way up, this whole thing just spins freely, which is interesting. I think that's one way to do it. This takes half double edge blades. So I'm going to split a double edge blade. Actually, I'm not. I was going to split a double edge blade of my choosing because that's normally what I do. Whatever comes with the razor, I just toss it away and use what I want to ensure success. But this time, I'm actually going to use the blades that came with the razor. I happen to know that for my particular shaving habits, Parker blades are god-awful. But this is what came with the razor, so I am going to give it a try for my final thoughts on the Parker SoloEdge, and we'll see what happens. This razor comes in a box that looks exactly like this. These are made in India, I'm fairly certain. On the bottom it says SoloEdge, and then on the back there's some rating material for when you're sitting on the can. And there's some instructions on the inside of the box that look exactly like this. Tells you how to load the blade and how to use the razor. So good stuff from Parker. I mean, this razor is about 45 bucks, 45 US dollars, give or take. It might be a little less depending on where you get it. But it's an affordable razor. It's designed to be. Let's go ahead and just put a blade into the Parker SoloEdge. The Parker half double edge blades are already split when you get them in the package, so they look exactly like this. So go ahead and put this onto the razor. That is a half double edge blade. The best way to do this is to just sit it into the base plate like that. One of the problems I've had using this is that you basically need to take the blade, set it down, and leave it alone. I have tried to put the top cap on before and my fingers would nudge the base plate and the blade would just ping itself off of the base plate. So try not to touch the blade or the base plate if you can help it while screwing this down. And snug is fine. So there you have it, Parker SoloEdge for the shave today. Now, the soap and the aftershave is going to carry forward from the last razor review I did. It's going to be Ariana and Evan's Pedro Fiasco's Limoncello. This is, I have explained the scent before, so go ahead and watch the Battle of the Titaniums, and I explain in great detail what this smells like, but it's a budget soap from A&E that smells like lemon liqueur, is basically what this is scent-wise. And I'm going to carry forward the Myrsol Agua de Limon, because I think it pairs with the shaving soap quite well. I mean, it's lemon, of course it would. And then the brush is going to be from Shave Mac. This is a 22 millimeter black and gold. The gold is so dark you can't see it except in certain lights. There you go. This is a 22 millimeter 2-band Badger from Shave Mac. This is back when you used to be able to place custom orders, and so I ordered a black and gold one. Good stuff from Shave Mac. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay, here we go. Parker SoloEdge with a Parker blade in it. These are more mild than I seem to remember. It's too early to tell, but I might seriously have to eat my words. So far, this does seem to be a blade that works quite well with this razor. The reason it works quite well is because the blade is very, very mild. This is a blade-feely razor experience. It is more blade-forward than I generally like in a razor. Generally, I'll tend to use Nassets or Gillette Platinums or Wizamets, things like that. I've been known to use Lord blades a lot. And I've noticed that the milder blades tend to do better in this razor because it's so blade forward. Like, I did a fair amount of shaves with this on camera, and I did a lot more off camera. And I would get really like bad razor burn, nicks and cuts everywhere, and I might still do that today, but these blades don't seem to be too bad. I do seem to remember using Parker blades before, and they just shredded my face apart. So, we'll see. Time for another pass. Pass number 2. So this thing is a razor where you really do have to ride the top cap, almost like you're shaving with a Blackland Saber, like a Gem PTFE razor, because if you try to ride the base plate rather than riding the top cap, which is what you should be doing, this razor will tear you up because it will give you entirely too much blade. I've said it in previous shaves with this razor, this is not a beginner razor. Not in the slightest. You'd want to start with the Merkur 34C or like the Parker equivalent, and then move up to this as a logical next step after you've kind of nailed the fundamentals. Oh yeah. Riding the top cap is a lot more mild than if you were to come at it at a steeper angle. Which kind of like really just drags that blade along your face. Efficiency wise, it's perfectly fine. I don't tend to talk about efficiency that much because razors are going to shave. Like, I'm one of those people that have really thick, coarse facial hair, so I have to go back over the same place multiple times and blade buff, and really focus on particular areas that the hair won't go away willingly. Yeah, I think I might have to eat my words because I never bothered to use the Parker blades in this particular razor, and for some reason, for this razor specifically, it does just work. It's fascinating how that happens. Okay, back through this way. I would definitely not use more aggressive blades in this, like Nassets or Feathers, because this razor is going to be quick to mess you up, in my personal experience. Yeah, I nicked myself right there. So it's still not perfect. It's still blade feely and blade forward in a way that does not agree with my particular shaving habits. Could I learn how to use this thing in the way that it really ought to be used? Yes. But I choose not to do that. Looks like just that one. Let's have a rinse. There we go. Not quite close enough on that side. Well, down here a little bit too. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, it would appear that that is the only one. This just looks like a bump. I don't think that's bleeding. Okay, so let's talk about my final thoughts on this. Actually, let's do the aftershave first. Myrsol Agua de Limon. This razor is something where you have to have an appreciation for blade forward razors, and it has the razor has a really wide approach angle where you can shave with it at a wide variety of different angles, and it'll still shave while giving you a varying type of shave. But I think while it has a really wide approach angle, it has a very narrow sweet spot. And I think if you don't find that sweet spot really quickly, you're going to find yourself getting annoyed with this thing. My final thoughts on this razor, the Parker SoloEdge, it's not for me. I'm not going to say that it's a bad razor, but I got to give it a thumbs down because all I know is what I have experienced. So unfortunately, it's going to have to be a thumbs down for this one. It just doesn't work for me. I'm starting to get like little breakout nicks down here and stuff like that. Like anybody who's been following my channel for a while knows that I can take, my goat razor, the frickin' Yates America razor, and I can go tear an ass through my face and not pay a bit of attention, and I don't even have to give a shit. And it's gonna shave me no problem at all. But this one, as you can tell, I have to be careful with it, and I'm not interested in being careful when I'm trying to shave. I'm trying to hurry up and shave and get out the door. So it is a slow down and take it easy razor, and that just doesn't work for me. That is my final thoughts on the Parker SoloEdge. I mean, the other thing that I don't like about it is that it's a Parker. Whenever you have a razor that's this inexpensive, there's going to be corners cut so that it can be that inexpensive. And I generally have never liked the fit and finish on Parker razors. They've always been, I'm just going to say, it's beneath me. I have gotten to be a razor snob, and I am not ashamed of it, and I'm not going to hide from it. I use the overwhelming majority of razors in my shave den are steel and titanium, and so this is just something where it's just like I don't have an appreciation for the affordability of it because just looking at it, like there's already starting to get scratches on it. The finish is coming off in a few places. It's just not, like there's gouges in it from where it wasn't machined very well. It's just not for me. That's my final thoughts on the Parker SoloEdge. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section of the video. Otherwise, until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.